How we're doing out there? My name is Josh Witkowski with A.B.A.T.E of Illinois, and if you've been following the news, Waymo wants to bring their driverless taxis into Illinois, and they want the ability to self-regulate. Their proposed legislation does not allow for proper oversight, doesn't even allow for proper collection of safety statistics. They want us to just trust them. And representing motorcyclists who are a vulnerable road user out there, we want to make sure there is proper oversight, proper safety involved here. So as part of that, we're going to be highlighting some of the more recent incidents with Waymo vehicles in their rollout and what that shows about the technology and what that shows about the need for increased regulation. So let's start with the most recent one. Austin, Texas, 2 days ago, there was a mass shooting incident potentially linked to terrorism. People are lying on the ground. They are bleeding out. Ambulances are on the way, with the exception of one ambulance that could not get there for an additional 2 to 3 minutes because a Waymo vehicle went into what was called minimum safe condition, which is something that Waymo touts as part of their safety plan. This vehicle goes into minimum safe condition and blocks 2 lanes of traffic in either direction across this road. The ambulance could not get by until the Waymo was moved by a remote operator who was communicated with by law enforcement. So let's go into that. Several more minutes go by for treatment of an active gunshot wound because a vehicle does not know how to handle standard traffic and it went into minimum safe condition. That's a problem. The next problem becomes the delay in getting a law enforcement person there to talk to the vehicle to get it to move. And how was it moved? It was moved by a remote operator who we now know, the majority of which are based in the Philippines. That's based on testimony that was given out in Washington, D.C. So it means that Google, Waymo, Alphabet Company, with their recent $16 billion in additional funding, still continue to cheap out on the most important of safety systems on their vehicles. And that is these drivers, they're supposed to move it when a problem occurs. Additionally, are they cheapening out on that? They continue to cheapen out on the design of the vehicle. This generation of vehicle actually has fewer sensors than what the previous generation had. That shows more cost reduction. And therein is the bigger problem with Waymo regulating itself. They are in this for the shareholders, for the rounds of funding. They are not in this for the potential safety aspect of it. And that's a problem. That is something that regulators need to focus on. There needs to be very strict oversight of these vehicles, how they interact with the driving public, how they interact in these situations, and why these kind of situations keep coming up. It's unacceptable to have emergency services delayed or impaired because of poor programming, poor fallback systems, and increased cost cutting. And we hope that you will like, share this video, get the word out. People need to be taking a closer look at how these vehicles are handling themselves and need way more oversight, not Waymo vehicles. Thank you.